That's what that was.
No.
That's what that is.
That's not.
Actually,
that's not what it's called. You're already at it, and we are just getting it going. I see.
I stay on. We do this. We do this.
We do it live. Fuck it.
Yes.
Fucking thing sucks.
I didn't notice the big Tubbykins. I've never seen the Tubbykins.
That's my boy. Give him a hug.
Never seen. No.
Give him a hug.
No. I'm not. No.
Give him a hug.
No.
Why not?
No.
What you got against him?
No. I got plenty against him. Him?
What did he?
That one right there.
What did he do to you?
Mr. Big Thick, special defense, and him?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What did he do to you?
Me and him ain't got nothing to talk about. I ain't got the only reason why I don't completely just get at this dude. The only reason why I don't just say forget, and that's the PG version. Forget Tubbykins, aka Snorlax, aka that fat nigga, is because he's your Pokemon.
Are you Tubby shaming Tubbykins?
I am Tubby shaming Tubbykins.
This is insane.
I am Tubby shaming Tubbykins.
What a way.
I take that. I take
what
that.
A tone to start. I invited you here.
I know.
And really, no, I
invited
you on the Discord, and then you said, hey, my internet not working. Can I come over? I said, so I invited you over into my space.
And I appreciate that.
To abuse my mans back here?
Sure did.
It's not even a gaming stream.
I didn't talk about Pikachu, so you got all
It's not even a gaming
Pikachus.
stream. We supposed to be talking about music.
You got your Scizor right there. I ain't got no smoke with any of this. The Lapras, Dragonair, whatever this crazy bald head dude is. I don't even know who that is. But him, I ain't got nothing for him, bro. Sorry. I ain't got nothing. As a matter of fact, sorry, not sorry.
Oh my God.
I ain't got nothing for him, bro. Love you. Love you.
Welcome to Jukebox 2.
Oh, we live. Okay, run it. Oh, yeah, hit play. See, you know what? I be forgetting this is how you do stuff.
Welcome to Jukebox 2, your favorite music podcast. Again, bringing you music reviews, news, and conversation. My name is Jay Burritos. I'm here for the second time to bring you another wonderful episode of Music Discussions. I'm going to start today's episode by letting you know what we're reviewing instead of waiting 10 minutes into the review to let you know. Today, and I say we because I have a guest who you can hear and see if you're watching the video, are here to review Amber Mark, 3 Dimensions Deep. Her debut album came out a few weeks ago. Very excited to get into it. But I'm even more excited to introduce you, or some of you, because I'm sure those of you that are here watching live right now, you know who this person is. You literally asked for him. One of the first questions in the chat, where my man Nick at?
Oh, we here.
Are we bringing Nick Rattlehead? Do y'all know me?
We here. We here.
Okay.
We do it live.
Okay.
We do it live.
We literally do it live.
There's
okay.
the camera.
Not only did we bring the show back, but for the second episode 2, who else is bringing out the hits 2 episodes in? We bring you the temporary permanent co-host.
Ooh, it's been a minute.
Himself.
Ooh, it's been a minute.
Ooh, Nick Rattlehead is in the building.
How you do that, damn?
Hey.
How you do that,
Hey.
damn? We do it live, man.
Baby, we back.
Here.
We are
here.
back.
Your temporary permanent co-host. It feels great. It feels wonderful. It's like being in a room with an old friend. I appreciate that. It's like that homie that's still your homie, though you're not in the same city as said homie, and you ain't talked to that homie in like 6 months. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or it might even be like 6 years. But the moment you see your homie again, it's like you ain't never left
You're
him.
back like you never left.
It's not a game.
Day one, you niggas boo-boo. Okay? I love it.
We do a lot.
That's exactly the kind of energy I needed today.
Yes.
That's the kind of vibe that I need to bring.
Oh, dog.
Okay. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday to you if you're here live. If you're watching this video later down the line, hello. I hope you're having a good day. I'd like to start today's stream by first off thanking you all, the people that are here and the people that watched. I was blown away, Nick. by everybody's reaction. I was hearing from people like as late as Friday, like Saturday of like a couple days ago, being like, yo, man, I'm so glad you brought the show back. Like, I I know what you're going to say. What did I expect?
Yes.
Okay, I expected.
Yes.
Okay, I expected fanfare. Mm-hmm. I expected praise. Mm-hmm. I didn't expect overwhelming. It was a lot. It was people texting me like, "Yo, I'm so glad you brought the show back." People messaging me, seeing me in person. Mm-hmm. People confused, like, "Wait, what is this? Is this a joke?" Mm-hmm. Like it was. I literally can't express how happy I was to what happened. Why are you looking?
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish and then I'm gonna go off. Go ahead.
I was just blown away, honestly. Like I knew that people were gonna be excited. I expected it to be like a handful or two of y'all, but like, my best YouTube video in months, is this. Mm-hmm. And I'm very excited to keep that going for y'all. Of course, we had to come back on a Monday and keep this thing going consistently. Jukebox 2, Electric Boogaloo. So thank you. That's really all I wanted to say is I appreciate y'all just the overwhelming positive response to that first episode. Everybody's so excited, already suggesting other albums for me to listen to. It's guests.
But what did you think? What did you think was going to happen though, man? Like you have an institution. It wasn't even just a show at that point. And I've never been a guy who does a lot of clout chasing. I don't necessarily care about like, oh, we've got this amount of views this week or this guy follows us. I really don't care nothing about that, right?
Okay.
But at the end of the day, there's a but.
There's a big
and
but.
it's a Cardi B size butt. I'm telling you, it's huge, right? When you dropped the show back, I was just like, really? Okay, cool. So he's going to get at least a whole bunch of folks congratulating him. There might be tears. Forget flowers. You'll get doves and all the rest of this stuff when you bring this show back. Because at the end of the day, like I still get people like, I hope, can you convince him to bring the show back? I'm like, I can't convince him to do anything. I can't.
People really asking you to do that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I got that, bro. And I'm sure if you reached out to some other people, they probably get the same thing, right? It's just like when you start getting comments like, especially when we were, wrapping up, I'll say the first season of the show, right?
Right.
When we were wrapping up the first season
first
of the
arc.
show. Right, exactly.
There it is.
Then we got people that's like, you guys were like the best part of my Monday and other comments like that, right? Yeah. When I saw Jukebox 2 on YouTube, I kid you not, Kiara called me. She was just like, so when we cussing this dude out? I'm like,
because I didn't tell them nothing. I didn't tell them. And this is my best friend and my sister, basically. Like, I didn't tell anybody anything. I only told Candy Boo because I knew I wanted her to be on the show. And of course, I mean, Danny knew because that's my wife. But that's it. Kept it close to the chest. And that's what made it so much better when it happened. Like, that's what really, like, I thought that because I didn't put together like this whole fanfare of like, I'm getting ready to cut. Like I didn't do the build up of it. I thought that the response was just gonna be okay, just like a couple people here and there. Man, it was crazy. It was, but you're right. First of all, one thing I need to bring into my adult life, into my 30s, because this is the last podcast I'm doing in my 20s.
Ooh, okay. You about to be old like the rest of us.
Exactly.
For these creaky knees.
Listen.
You ain't gonna be getting off the bed at the same speed you do now. You better stay on that bike. Listen, I'm telling you. You better hit that gym.
You see why I'm doing work now.
Listen, I bend over sometimes. I'm like, let me get my sneakers on. You know what? Breathe. Let me just think about it.
Oh God!
I'm telling you.
Nick just celebrated his birthday last week, by the way.
33, not a game. Jesus year.
The big
Let's
33.
go.
There it is.
Jesus
there
year.
it is.
Let's go.
It's that Jesus year. What was I getting ready to say?
So you just dropped it out of scenic nowhere on us.
Yes.
And Kiara's just like, when we cussing him out.
That's right.
And I was just like, why we cussing out Jason? What'd he do? Because like, I'm not gonna cuss out nobody if they didn't warrant me cussing him out. Okay. And she was just like, go to his YouTube channel. I'm like, why? And she was just like, just go. I was like, okay. I'm like, he's live. Okay, cool. Jukebox 2. I was just like, Jukebox 2? Let's go. Heck yes. The moment heck yes. She's like, so we're cussing him out. We not. Shut up and watch the show.
Right. It's that we back. What I got to be mad about?
We do it live.
I love it. I love it.
Let's go. Heck yes.
My man. I love it. I love it. For those that don't know, Nick has his own YouTube channel, which is very slowly but also very quickly approaching 1,000 subscribers. I don't care what he say. I told him it's going to happen.
Let's go.
Aftershock Reviews. If you're not already subscribed, make it happen.
Oh, thank you.
Type it into the.
This is a gentleman right here.
What you thanking me for?
This is a gentleman right here.
You have a platform.
I appreciate that.
You have a platform that you've cultivated, you've built, you've worked at brick by brick. I want you to be able to. Why do you think I'm building this? To keep all the money for myself? I gotta put my people on. If I'm not putting my people on, what am I doing? What's the point? Anyway,
get you a J for everybody.
Go subscribe
everybody.
to Aftershock Reviews. If you enjoy metal music, he dips into other things as well, hip hop, R&B, other things like that. But if you enjoy the rock, the metal, and his fits, because he be having the fits.
Man, what you talking about? All I wear is like a Full of Hell shirt and a beanie sometimes. Bro.
Okay, but it's not the same shirt every time. You got all kinds of different stuff that you be wearing.
Okay, you know what? See,
just check out the fits.
Now I feel the steam. I feel you blowing a little bit.
Even
of smoke.
right now, look at you. Stand up.
Look, I'm just
stand up.
It's a Pokemon hoodie, bro. It's like Pokemon.
Turn around.
Right here.
Turn around.
Okay, all right.
That's why I got you the long cord. That's why I got you the long cord.
Well, now I gotta
turn around.
Okay, all right.
All right. Stop talking to me. Stop talking. You can't even see it across the bottom. I ain't gonna touch your booty. The number's on the bottom. If you're not watching the video, what are you doing? All right, you can sit down. Thank you.
Right.
I was like,
I'll let you have.
Oh, actually, can you turn on the fan? I know you hot.
I'm straight.
Okay, well, flip that. I'm hot. Yeah, flip that. Thank you.
But yeah, you are a weirdo with these fans, though, aren't you?
What's weird about me?
You be going to sleep with these fans on, don't you?
I do. You believe in the urban legend that going to sleep makes you sick?
No.
That's something that your grandma told you.
It's not an urban legend.
Grandma told
it's not an urban legend.
You just believe
it's not
it.
an urban legend.
I go to sleep with the fan every day.
It's actual fact. When I wake up in the morning and the fan be blowing on me and I'll be stuffy, right? And I get the drainage, right? And I'll be coughing, right, for until 2 o'clock. And I'll be pissed.
You got to fight through that. You build resistance over time. Decades of sleeping under a fan.
The only thing I need to build my resistance to is hot food. That's it. That's all. A nigga trying to be able to eat the last dab and not sweat. That's what I'm trying to. That's the only resistance I want to build.
No.
But for this crap, man, forget that nonsense.
Brad on a different level with that. The day I saw him put the last dab XXX all over the hottest.
Oh yeah, the
Hattie B chicken.
Up. Yeah,
and take it he was sweating, but he wasn't like,
bro.
Oh my God, you know what I mean?
He looked like he was sweating, like he just left the CrossFit gym.
Christ.
I ain't got time for this, bro. But that ain't but you ain't getting off easy. That ain't no urban legend. It's fact. You're just weird, but that's okay though. We can continue to move on. We don't want to go down another rabbit hole.
Yeah,
right?
I believe you're right.
Right?
I'm not. I know what I told y'all last week. I'm not keeping y'all all night. Okay, I'm not. We got y'all got to watch the Falcons game this afternoon. All right, not gonna keep y'all all night. No, I'm just saying. You go to church and they hit you with the. I know you're trying to go home and watch college football. I'm gonna get you out of here, and then they keep you for another 30 minutes.
They used to hit us with. I know you're trying to hit the buffet, but just give me a couple more minutes because I'm gonna pray you out. And then at some point you was hoping that the one deacon didn't go up to the front with the horseshoe bend haircut.
Yep, the
with
one
that line. Listen,
the one that'll keep you.
And I'm telling you, and he will walk up here and be like,
got a sermon on his mind.
Precious Lord, I thank you for what you did today through Pastor Davis. Amen.
Well.
Listen. Listen. I ain't got time.
Look, enough. Tomfoolery. We're doing it.
You're right.
See what I'm talking about?
It's okay. It's all right.
If we're left to our own devices, this will be a 3-hour show. And I know some of y'all out there would appreciate that. I want to spend time with my wife tonight.
Cool.
I want to prepare for my birthday this week.
Yes.
I want to have more conversations with you outside of this show.
Who getting these ones, by the way, for your birthday?
You talking $1 bills?
Who getting these ones?
Don't bring this conversation in public, because if you do,
okay, all right.
I'm not erasing.
Right.
I'm just
all right.
that's your downfall. You can still get out.
Okay, all right. I'm leaving.
Okay,
I'm leaving.
Just said, don't do it.
Look, I open the door. I'm gonna close it.
Turn around and close it.
All right. I'm good. All right.
You gonna get yourself in trouble.
Look. We already made our deal.
All right.
George is insanely happy.
Yep.
He was like, "What kind of experience you want?" He's like, "No matter of fact, don't answer that. I'm giving you the full experience." So the only thing he asked was, "Can I pay for your first dance?" That's the only thing he asked me for. That's it. But it's okay though.
That's gonna be
fun.
That's gonna be a story. I tell my grandchildren.
Do I look convinced that that's gonna be fun?
You will be. I'm sure by the time it's done. I don't think
like fun.
We're gonna have a great time.
You're gonna have an awesome time, right? Right?
Amber Mark.
You're right. You're right.
Three dimensions deep.
We're here.
We are here to discuss this album. I think I'm gonna be in a bit of an R&B bag on the show for the next few weeks. I've been wanting to listen to the FKA Twigs album or mixtape Capri Songs, and I did listen to that. Now I think that's what I'm gonna review next week. Lucky Day released a new album that I'm hearing all kinds of. I didn't listen to his last one either, but I've heard his songs. I heard his EP, the one with Rose Samo on it, and I loved it. But I just
You
never
listen to Table for Two?
Nope. I know.
And you like Yebba, and you didn't listen to Table for Two?
I haven't even listened to Yebba's album yet. I watched her Tiny Desk, and I loved it, but I still didn't like. Okay, let me put the album on.
Let me.
I'm getting out of my I don't listen to music bag. It's taking me. I'm baby steps. I'm making my way there. But Lucky Day is on my list. Absolutely. Table for Two and what's the new Candy Drip?
Yeah,
is that the new one?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Okay. Well, spoiler alert. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
The man said what he said. But that's not what we came here to review. The album that we came here to review today is Amber Mark's debut album, 3 Dimensions Deep. So here's how we're going to do today's review format and most review formats going forward. We're going to do a general impressions at the beginning, a little summary of like how we feel about the album, and we'll take turns doing that. Then what you liked about the album, we'll take turns. What you didn't like about the album, take turns. Favorite tracks. That sound good?
Cool. We do it.
Awesome.
I'm gonna need you to remind me as we go forward.
Don't worry about
It's
it.
okay.
And I will take the lead, so we can go ahead and get it going.
I'll just follow your lead then.
There we go. 3 Dimensions Deep. I've been looking forward to Amber Mark's debut album for at least a couple years now. I think Spotify had just been throwing her singles at me or like some of the songs off of her EP, and I've loved every single thing that I've heard from her. I think the cherry on top was that single What If, when I was just like, give me that. Like she was on the same list with me for me of like Ravina. You remember when I was going crazy? But I was like, yeah, look, Ravina, Amber Mark. I can't remember anybody else right now. But like I just had like a short list of like, no, these girls are next, like for sure. And so I've been looking forward to this one for a while. And honestly, I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed this album. I think it's a bit long. It's a little rough around the edges, but and it's very anthemic. But when she does an anthem right, and she does a good bit of times on this album, it's hot. And like those songs in particular, even the ones that feel like that are like 5 minutes or so, don't feel that long because the song is just hot. So I really like this. I wanted to like love it, be head over heels, and like come on here and be like, ah! And I will be like that about a few songs. I don't want y'all to think that like because I'm not like that, I didn't enjoy the album, because I really did like this. What about you?
I was really excited for this album, as you know, as well. Quick backstory as well. I tried to get Jason onto this first single, What It Is. And he was a little slow, being Jason, listening to it. But eventually he got around to it, and he's like, no, this smacks. So ever since What It Is, I was really excited about this album. I've been a big Amber Mark fan from the beginning. Well, I don't want to say from the beginning, but since I heard, 3:33 a.m., I thought that one was really good. Of course, What If was fantastic. What If was fantastic. And I had to go back and listen to it before we actually started the show, because it had been a minute since I had heard it. But the Thong Song. She did a dance hall cover of the Thong Song.
By Cisco?
Yes. And it
I have not heard that.
Wonderful.
Wow.
It is wonderful. And I have been hoping for an album from her. So when What It Is came out, I was like, oh, and Foreign Things. I was like,
Foreign Things was a single too?
Foreign Things is a single as well.
Okay.
I was like, it's about to get real nasty here.
Yeah.
So, but as far as the album goes, I'm okay with it, but I do have issues with it. I do think there are some really great albums, but there's a lot of filler here, for me at least.
I felt like you were going to say that.
There's a lot of filler here, and I think a majority of it can get cut out a little bit in order to make for a more holistic view of what she's trying to do.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm also not like, oh, it's amazing. I think I'm a little bit more in the negative aspect of it than you might be, but I don't hate this album.
Yeah.
I like it, but I'm like, ugh.
I honestly felt like that's where you were going. I was right on this one in my predictions. I was like, I don't think he's going to be like, oh my God, this is the second. I mean, because especially since you really been in your R&B bag lately, like you got your playlists and you find new stuff even before I do. So I feel like your tastes in R&B are a bit more cultivated. You know, you're just like, I don't mean that in like a fancy way, but I'm just saying like, you listen to a lot and like you got discernment. You're not just, your ears don't perk up off of just every little, pop R&B or ambient R&B song that you hear. Right. And so I knew, like, listening to this, it's 17 songs, it's 1 hour. I agree with you 100%. I feel like it's too much. There are, and I have a short attention span regardless. That's something that y'all will learn about me in the show. I think the perfect album is somewhere between 30 to 35 minutes, 10 to 12, 13 tracks. But again, doesn't matter. Make your music the way that you want to make it. Facts. But I agree that, like, I mean, for a debut album, it sounds like a debut album, like in that it wasn't. It's everything but the kitchen sink is in this album. Everything. Like there's folky music with like Event Horizon. You got like dance hall and
there's a lot of 70s worship in here a little bit as well. There's
like reggaeton. There's all kinds of
there's a bunch in this. And
And I think there are certain songs or certain moments in the album where it works. Like the song Softly sounds like it was made in like the mid to late 1990s, in my opinion. And it works so well to me. I love that song. But then there are other songs like, is it Turning Pages or is it? No, it's On and On. Where that song sounds like a Frank Ocean song. It sounds like Super Rich Kids from his first album, Channel Orange, but in kind of a more bland way. Like it's a song that I've heard already, but it's like you're not really adding anything new to the formula here. I'm already skipping to the negative stuff, and I'm not trying to.
It's okay.
Positives. Let's start positives first. The singles I love. Like what it is sets the tone. Fantastic. Way too, and I understand, and that's another reason why I knew you were probably gonna feel this way, because that was a single, and then like the sequencing of the album is a little crazy, and then just like the fact that was the single, and then it's like 16 other songs on here, like that set the bar so high, because again she's so good at the single. She is very good at like the damn, like you put your foot in this song. Can you carry this through a whole album? To mixed results, but some of my favorite songs, What It Is, Bubbles, Softly, FOMO is my shit. I love that is just, I mean, it's just a funk, it's just a dance groove. What are the songs I love? Worth It, Competition, and Bliss. Like that there's a little stretch there at the end that is just like, ooh, okay, hold up now. When you think the album is like petered out and you've gotten the best songs, they just hit you with like a and here's the problem, and here's the issue with me with like talking about this album. Even the songs that I don't care for a whole lot have parts in it that I really love. Like Most Men is starting to grow on me. Like even though it's like it takes like a minute and a half for the song to actually get going. It's because like when the song gets to that little sweet spot in the 3-minute mark, like when she changes the tone of the, cut that player out, you start singing that, and then like it takes on a different life in the song, and I like the groove that they get into it. I'm like, oh, okay, hold up now. And it ends really nicely, but then I go back and listen to it again, and I'm like, okay, we gotta get to that. We gotta get to that part that I like, in that way. And a lot of that's Danny coming in. Okay. And it's other songs, like even On and On, the other song that sounds like Super Rich Kids to me. There are parts towards the end of that song where like she's...
Oh, I get it. You keep talking.
Thank you. I definitely double locked that by accident. This time it's my fault. It's not Danny's fault. We interrupted the street. Last week it was her fault. This time it's my fault. I locked her out. There you go. That's on me. And close the door, because otherwise Bino gonna bark at you. Appreciate it. Oh, he still did it anyway. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. Again, this is episode 2. We working out the kinks. Don't worry about it. Yeah, even the songs that I don't care for a whole lot have parts in the song that I'm like, hold up now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Y'all hear Bino? Off.
I remember you, Bino.
Bino had to come see who was in the room, and now he's chilling out.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are like songs on the songs that I just listed that are my favorites. What It Is, Bubbles, Softly, FOMO, Worth It, Competition, and Bliss. What's that? 7 songs are like, damn, she did it. But then there's a lot more album to go around that, you know. Anyway, your positive thoughts?
My positive thoughts are actually, and this is where I feel a little bit sad, or a little bit fewer than yours.
Just a little bit.
It's a little bit fewer than yours. What It Is just honestly fantastic. Like it's to me the perfect pop R&B song. It has that very heavy groove, right? That buzzy bass foundation of that track, and as it builds around it, her vocals, her very airy vocals. The thing I really love about her is her vocal, and I really like the more husky, the more contralto like vocal. She's not pure contralto, right? She's not like a Toni Braxton. She's not like an Anita Baker. She's not like that, but she has a more lower register.
She's low,
voice, right? And I love that. There's just something about that gives me the fizz, that tickles Nick's fancy, right? I absolutely adore it. But also the thing I love about it is the fact that you can hear the air coming through her throat as she's singing, and it gives her vocals a little bit of texture, right?
Yeah,
so it
I was gonna say there's like a
that,
little raspiness.
It's a little bit of a rasp because that's that air flowing through her throat, right? So I don't know if she's singing from her chest or if it's actually coming from her stomach, but it's
if you can't
still
tell, he comes from music. He comes from music.
But it's very powerful, right?
Yeah.
But it can also be very delicate and very frail at the same time. And I love that elasticity to her vocals, right? But the thing about it is, What It Is just takes that with that fat, buzzy bass guitar. I love Mr. Bassman. And it just continues to build and build and swell. And we get more elements piled on top of us throughout the song's duration till we get to that. It's wonderful. It's absolutely fantastic, right? It's got a wonderful guitar solo at the end, which makes me a little upset that I didn't get Mr. Guitar Man somewhere in the middle of the track. But that's all right, though. That's all right, because that's me nitpicking. The track is beautiful.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
It's gorgeous.
Foreign Things, same thing. When she makes these huge, elaborate, lush, like pop R&B portraits, it's fantastic. On top of that, I actually liked On and On. Do I still hear the Frank Ocean in there? Of course. Yes, I do. But I think I'm in the camp of I think she did a good job of emulating that, right? I think she did a good job of probably paying homage to that, right? Because let's just be real. A lot of these new wave of R&B singers, right, whether we're talking about like the alternative R&B singers or anything else like that, right? They look up to Frank Ocean.
They owe a lot.
They owe a lot to him. They owe a lot to Drake. They owe a lot to Kanye West. They owe a lot to these people, which is why you hear a lot of their stuff emulate an 808s and Heartbreak. They emulate a Channel Orange, right? They emulate, what is it? The one with the BMW 2000 on it.
Nostalgia Ultra.
Nostalgia Ultra. They emulate that sound. They love it, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that she goes that route, I have no smoke with. None whatsoever. And to me, if anything, it's a good breather for this album as well. We get a lot of stuff going on. And I think that's because we have waited so long for an album.
She been,
and I think at that point she's cognizant of it
for like 5 years,
and she's cognizant. Don't think she doesn't know. Like she knows that.
Do you think it was intentional that she
threw everything in there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at this point she's been writing for a minute, right? She's been collaborating with different producers.
Yeah.
She's been doing this. So at this point she says, "Fine, I'm gonna give you everything." But I think the good thing that she does, while it does seem like a hodgepodge of different things, it still somehow feels like it's under the umbrella, under the banner of one single solitary idea. Clearly, she went through a breakup in this, right? Clearly, at the beginning of the album, there's confusion with probably her and the guy or her ex, right? Whoever that person is, there's confusion here, right? And then afterwards, they break up. Now, how does she deal with that, right? Whether we're talking about most men.
Where she garbage.
Exactly. Is she talking to her friend? Is she talking to herself, right? Or if we're talking about Healing Hurts, literally you get the picture of her laying in the bed looking up or looking out the window, and she's just like, I wish this dude was here. I wish this dude was touching me, but then at the same time, he hurts me worse than anybody ever could. I wish this dude was putting his hands on me, right? Because she gets into intimate details about between her and her ex, right?
Can't stop thinking about the way you love me.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
But then at the same time, she's just like, no, healing hurts, but it's necessary. You see what I mean? And I love how at some points she's going back and she's remembering this relationship. At other points, she feels like she's moving on, right? She's putting herself out there. It's like almost like the different points of grief that you go throughout like a very serious breakup. The album feels very intimate because of that. And her vocals help illustrate those ideas. Her vocals help paint that vivid picture, that three-dimensional picture of what's going on. We do it live. It's not a game. Heck yes. Heck yes. Not a game. But her vocals do that. And I think that's why I do enjoy this album to a degree, right? So that's really the positives I have for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I already spilt. We both kind of spilt some of our negative thoughts, but to get into more detail if you need it, I just feel like the album is a bit too long. It definitely feels like a debut album, and that it's rough around the edges, and that it feels like there's a lot in here that maybe could have been cut in order to make for just a more concise album. Again, I'm an album person. I enjoy being able to play an album from front to back and just let it ride. And I honestly, just being real, can't do that with this. But I don't think that's a total failure on an album. Like I said, there are a good bit of songs in here that I can pull from it and still have a good time. There are some songs on here I skip, and there are other songs that I just let play. Songs that I skip, Healing Hurts, I do not like that song at all. I feel like I've heard that song from 10 different artists in the last 5 years, like exactly the
Summer
same
Walker.
I've heard that song from Summer Walker. I've heard that song from Lizzo. I've heard that song from Bryson Tiller. I've heard that song. I mean, I feel like everybody had like it, and I don't mean the subject matter, because everybody talks about a lot of the same stuff all the time, and she's talking about healing and how it hurts. But just the percussion sounds just old and cheap. I don't like the sequence of like the verses. Like it just feels like it's barely a song to me. What's another one? Turning Pages. I kind of skipped that one too. It just doesn't really feel like much of a song to me. Like at a certain point, it's just turning pages, turning pages. And I'm like, that's not really my deal. And then Event Horizon. Those are the ones that like I skip every time. I skip those songs every time. There are a few like songs, like I said, Most Men are like the beginning is starting to grow on me because I know where it's heading. Like I've listened to the album enough times where I'm like, I cut that player out, and I'm getting ready to get all excited about it. On and on. I'm gonna go back and listen to it again because you say it's one of your favorites. I'm gonna give it another shot. Yeah, I'm gonna give it another shot. But that's I don't skip it. It's just a
you can take it or leave it.
Yeah, Out of This World is another one that's like, I can kind of take it or leave it. And it also feels very similar to the next song, Cosmic, not only in its subject matter, but just like the way it's that. But
sonic tone of
like, but like I said, even in Cosmic, there's like in the chorus itself, I love the chorus and like the way that she's doing the melody, and it like kind of builds every time, and then it just like slows down. I love that. But like the song itself, I'm like, this sounds like another song on this album, or it just sounds like something I've heard before. Dark Side I like the idea of it. It sounds very like almost Princey to me. But
it doesn't nail it. It doesn't stick the landing.
Yeah. And Event Horizon, I like ambient music and folky songs. It just again felt like it just didn't really do much for me. So yeah, it's just my biggest negative point. I think the album is too long. I think there are too many songs where you can just kind of take it or leave it. And there are a couple of songs, in my opinion, that are just like, how did these make the album? That's me. What about you?
So this is probably where I lean a little bit more towards the negative side. I do like multiple aspects of this, right? That's okay. But when it comes to this album, it's really a situation of Childish Gambino, Me and Your Mama, Awaken My Love type of thing. Okay. Right? Where I still love that album. But within the first few runs of Awaken My Love, I had to get past the fact that the majority of these tracks aren't as good as Me and Your Mama. A majority of those tracks aren't. But the good thing about that album was Redbone was still amazing. Multiple different tracks on that song. Once you gave them a chance to really marinate and let them get to percolating in your head, right?
Yeah.
You start to appreciate what they're doing, right? You really start to appreciate what's going on. Dope, right? This album doesn't do that for me. And maybe it's a situation where this young lady, and I use that term tactfully, this young lady, I think she kind of has an idea of where she wants to go sonically, right? But she can't stretch that out for 17 tracks going on an hour. She can't do that, at least not yet, because what happens is a lot of these songs turn out lukewarm. They do. They're very tepid. And I don't like that, right? Because clearly she might have an idea, but she doesn't necessarily know how to extend it or expound upon it, right? She doesn't know how. So what ends up happening is you get the gist, but she can't stick the landing. She can't do it. Tracks like, to me, Softly doesn't do it. I don't like FOMO. I don't like FOMO. I just don't do. I don't like it. Turning Pages, I don't like FOMO either. Worth It is the worst offender. I don't like Worth. I don't like Worth It, bro.
What?
Sorry.
Oh,
sorry, not sorry.
There it is. There it
sorry,
is.
not sorry.
I was waiting on the moment.
I'm sorry, not sorry.
What?
No. And the thing is, I love the fact that she's inspired by so many different things, whether it is the dance hall we were talking about, but she can't do dance hall well. At least the production does her no justice whatsoever. Because I think if you're talking about her adjusting her vocals to fit a production, right? Whether we're talking about like a FOMO or a Worth It or an Event Horizon, right? I think she can do it.
Yeah.
But I think she needs better producers. Period. I just think she does, because what it sounds like, a lot of these tracks is a dance hall parody, or it's a funk parody, right? Or it's a song cosplaying as funk.
Trazzy, get out. I haven't read the chat at all this entire stream. Wasn't worth it, huh? Get out. Get out. You're not allowed to watch the show anymore. I'm sorry. Continue.
You're good. You're good. But it feels like a lot of these songs are cosplaying as what they were intended to be. You see what I mean? And I don't like that about the album. I really don't. And it makes me flip through a lot of this album. And the thing is that really just grinds my gears. There's my Peter Griffith reference. It's just the singles that are memorable. It is what it is, which is great. It is Foreign Things, that's great. I like On and On, but I can't hum the melody for you. I can't hum the hook for you. I can't do anything like that. And because of that, right, I don't think this album is all that great, even if we're talking about in the aspect of this is somebody's debut album. You see what I mean? Back where I'm from, in order for me to buy a CD, right, not only do your singles have to hit, but I need to know that at least two of your deep cuts are going to be smacking.
Absolutely.
Like, case in point, anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge Backstreet Boys fan. Just saying.
Talk about it.
Right?
Yep.
So the only Backstreet Boys album that I bought off of good faith and singles alone was the first one. That's it. But what really made me want Millennium was the fact that not only was Quit Playing Games with Your Heart dope, not only was I'll Never Break Your Heart dope, but songs like Darling was broke. You see what was dope, not broke. I was broke. My mom bought it for me. But those songs were dope. The Set Adrift on Memories Bliss, their cover of that was dope, right? So when I went to Millennium, like, I need to hear Millennium. And not only did I need to hear it based off of like, okay, cool, of course I want it that way, show me the meaning of being lonely, larger than life.
Okay.
It was the fact that I had faith that those deep cuts were going to be amazing.
Right.
And these weren't. This is forgettable. And to me, it's a situation where I don't like comparing artists to others, so I try not to do it. But when we're listening to other debuts with artists who are in a similar lane to her, they're just better. They're better written. They're better produced. The vocals can't carry everything. My big criticism when it comes to vocals but no production, Adele. I think Adele has some of the best vocals of the past 30, 40 years, period. No doubt, no diggity, no doubt, she up there, top 10. Her production, though, is trash. 21, 25, 30,
Yeah.
garbage. My homie wanted me to like that so bad. And I'm like, look, first off, don't let me be the barometer of whether you like an album or not. If you like an album, you like an album. Don't be waiting for me to tell you.
Because I like 30.
Right.
Yes.
I think that album's slaw. 100%. KFC. Not a game. Slaw.
Not the worst slaw.
I'm just saying, man. I had to make sure you understood what I was saying.
Real mushy slaw.
Yeah, it's not a game. It's not great.
Add extra mayo.
But that's how I feel about this album. It has when it shines, dag nabbit, it's like a fresh penny. It shines.
I feel
man.
like, and I feel like
But when it's dull, it's like the bottom of my Vans type of dull. And I'm like, oh, I don't like it, man.
Now you make me feel like I'm being too optimistic about this. Because like I was looking forward to this album so much. And I will say I'm a bit disappointed, but I feel like it's my own fault. You know what I mean? Like the singles were so good.
They were so good.
That
does that mean that it really is your fault then? If the singles set that precedence? The singles were phenomenal. I'm not saying you have to do what it is for 17 tracks. I'm not asking for that. I'm not asking for foreign things for 17 tracks. I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
But can you maintain that level of quality for, like you said, 12 to 13? And for 35 minutes.
To our point, and maybe this needs to be said, most people don't. You know what I mean? Like, most people don't even get this close. And I think maybe I am being a bit on the optimistic side because I'm just like, I wanted it to be good, and enough of it is good for me to say, like, y'all should go listen to this.
Okay.
I do think that I will say I hope that the second album gets some trimming. You know, that maybe you get some different producers, maybe a different A&R in the room that can like guide you to be like, maybe you don't need that one, or maybe you can. And I know that I didn't know that Apple Music had like descriptions for every single song. Did you know that? Huh? I looked on because now I'm back in the Apple Music family because my
welcome back, buddy. He followed me and I was just like, who is JR? Jason, let's go.
My friends.
I'll be doggone.
Yeah, every single song has. I haven't read them all yet, but I didn't know. I was like, oh damn. But I do remember seeing an interview from her. I think it was on Pitchfork, where she was talking about the album and saying that, she had, like record people trying to like cut things like the guitar solo in What It Is, or just like other things. And she was like, no, I'm not doing that. I want to keep it all in there. But I also think that maybe she took that a bit too far. I was like, I want to keep everything. No, this is all mine. I'm keeping this. And maybe some stuff could have been cut to have a leaner. I think if 5 of the worst songs weren't on the album, I think you'd be singing a different tune, and I would probably be crazy about it. If like 5 of the worst songs weren't on here, you would at least say it was good, if not really good, and I would probably be like, she got it.
I would probably be saying it was really good.
I'm telling you,
because I am entranced by her voice.
Yeah, she is so. She can do so much with it too.
Entranced by her voice.
She can get deep.
Man.
She can shout. She can whisper.
Yes,
she can.
exactly.
Like
yes.
she has the range. And I still after nothing about this album besides like you might need a team around you to kind of clean it up a little bit. Like nothing about this made me say, oh nah, I was wrong. You know what I mean? Like I'm still very much hopeful and looking forward to like her next project. I would if she was going on tour, came somewhere like Center Stage, I would go see her. Because it was enough about this was good. Not only that, but she also has all these other great
songs. I just want to see her sing the thong song live. That's all. Yeah. I just want to see her sing the thong song live and have a whole bunch of thick girls come out and start twerking. If I get that,
I gotta listen to it.
If Nick gets that, Gucci. And then on top of that, and we in Atlanta, I'm sure she could be like, hey, Cisco, come check me real quick. Come do the song with me. If she did that, I'd be like, yes, cool.
Let me win the booty go.
Baby, that don. I love that. I love that song. I don't care. Shamelessly.
But you don't love this album, and that's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. I also don't love this album. I like it a lot. I think that y'all should check it out. Decide for yourselves. Let me know in the Discord how you feel about the album. Let me know in the comments of this video how you feel about the album. I meant to tell y'all 5 minutes ago to get your questions and answers ready. Nick and I are. Did you want to stay for this part?
Oh, hey, man. Yeah, we down. We do it live.
Great.
I'm going to clear the whole week. The whole thing
Q&A. We're doing, I will take questions for the next 10 to 15 minutes. And in the meantime, since I didn't ask y'all in advance while I wait for the questions to load, Nick,
Yes.
How's the Pokemon training going?
Oh man, the Pokemon training is ups and downs, man. It's a lot of ups and downs. Coming from Gen 1, having to come to grips with the fact that there's special attack, special defense, and then attack and defense.
It makes a lot of Pokemon better, but a lot of
Pokemon worse.
Yep.
And it's just like a lot of Pokemon that I wanted to get, I start doing research. I start seeing what their ceiling could possibly be. And it's just kind of like, I can't, look, I kid you not. He on my keychain. I
tried to tell you he was gonna suck.
I won't Hitmonlee.
That's for people that don't know. That's Hitmonlee on the screen.
I won't Hitmonlee.
I told you.
But I look at it, I'm like, the only redeeming thing that he has for real is the fact that he could be quasi fast.
Right.
And he has rapid spin.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's got base 120 attack, but a lot of other Pokemon have that too, and better.
And this is like, okay, so at this point, I should not waste my time trying to get Hitmonlee. It's just like, okay, cool. Or the fact that I would train a Pokemon to like level 100, right?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you go back and you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, I trained it wrong because I didn't know what EV training is, right? Or the fact that, oh crap, well, in order to get like the best Pokemon, now you have to start getting into freaking breeding.
Yep.
So what is that like?
It's a science, bro.
So it's just like, oh, okay, cool. So I can't cheat and do the Ditto thing because I don't know how to do that. So now I gotta go out and get me a Bidoof, and then hope I can breed a one father Bidoof with 6 perfect IVs, which is already stupid, and stay on a chain of 40 to do this, right? So I gotta do that. And once I get my one Bidoof with 6 perfect IVs, after all of that crap, doing the chain and all the rest of that nonsense, then I gotta go and then take that father with the 6 perfect IVs and then breed it with a Magikarp and then get a Magikarp. Why? Because then you can breed the Magikarp with your dragons because it gives you the +2. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you gotta start doing all of these egg groups in order to get the Pokemon you want.
And then don't get started on like you gotta make sure they're holding the Destiny knot if you want
Right.
to give them IVs. You gotta give them the Everstone if you want to try the
And
nature.
then on top of that, heaven forbid the Pokemon you have has no gender. It's like neutral.
Fam.
It's genderless, right? It's just like, oh no. So if I want a good Mewtwo, let's say if I want, because everybody knows Mewtwo's my favorite Pokemon.
Yep.
If I want Mewtwo and he needs to be timid, I need to find a timid Ditto, get a grass knot, make sure that this Ditto somehow gets at least 5 perfect IVs, and then breed it with a Mewtwo and hope that I get the Mewtwo that I want.
And you can't even breed Mewtwo. So, yeah.
It's stupid, man. It's just like, okay, cool.
See, I figured that was gonna be the part that tripped you up. It was like it's more fun because it's more Pokemon and you got other stuff to learn. But it's the back end stuff that's like, because without it you suck. Like
Right.
if you don't take the time to EV train and IV breed, you automatically lose. Just straight up. It's like, and that's why I would be so much better off rip than other people. It wasn't just that like I was better in strategy. It was like y'all not training your Pokemon, so you can't put a dent in me. Like it was, and so eventually, like when I got to the the Art Institute and I actually started fighting against people that knew better, it was more so the skill that was different. But like a lot of people don't take because it's strenuous. It takes
tedious.
a lot of time. You're
It's
just like,
tedious.
and can you imagine, bruh? Like it's easier than it's ever been now. But like back in the day when like I think Gen 4 introduced the power items, but they only gave like 4 EVs instead of 8. I think now they give 8. You had the Macho Brace and you had to pray that you got Pokerus. And you could only give I think it was a max of 10 vitamins in each stat. It was just like all these different like little things, and then you couldn't, there was no way to truly check IVs and EVs in a way. Like it was just like it was a Wild West back in the day. And like every game they make it a little easier, but they also like,
And then they give you that judge thing now where you can tell if the
Yeah,
stats on the
straight up.
Pokemon, it's just like, oh, you got okay stats. You got good stats. This
Yeah.
was great stats. This is like, I have to go in the Great Underground and then like catch multiple of the Pokemon, hoping that I get the nature that I want. Like, screw trying to find a shiny. Forget that nonsense. Just
you said I ain't even shiny on no.
just get the nature I want. You see
Yeah.
what I mean? So then at that point, I don't care. I don't care. Look, my thing is this. I'm fighting you and I'm fighting George. That's the only people I'm fighting. I ain't trying to get no tournament. I ain't trying to be one of these fancy niggas out here who get paid to sit here and play Pokemon and they do tournaments and they hard body and they got a different look. I already got somebody who was like, Nick, if you want me to breed you the perfect Pokemon, I guess you can. I guess I can. I got you. No problem. She's an actual breeder. She'll do it for me. I'm like,
Nice.
It's not necessary. For what? This man over here, Jason, look, I highly doubt he's going to be like, I'm going to go and get like this professional breeder. No, I'm going to train my Pokemon. I'm going to pick the Pokemon I want. And then I'm going to put them on this team. And here's where George got me messed up.
George is our other friend that started this whole mess.
Right. Just started being disrespectful. Here's where he got me messed up. He thinks that I'm trash because of what happened on that Pokemon Stadium video. That's why he think I'm garbage. And I'm like, let me tell you something. One, let's do this. One, that's Pokemon Stadium.
Okay.
Two, he barely beat me. That's the thing you didn't see. He barely beat you saw the celebration. You heard him cackling and giggling in the background.
Oh, you can hear me.
You had but
if you know to look for it.
This is like
I know. I was like,
barely got out of that.
One attack away from losing.
But here's the thing. I'm like, but at the same time, though, George, you and him have never fought me when I was able to actually train my Pokemon and understood what I was doing. You see what I mean? Like, you never did it. I'm like, George, you lose to me at every game I put my mind to. That's why I'm going so hard on it. Because at the end of the day, I ain't saying I'm a mollywop you, Jason. I ain't saying like I'm gonna put you under my vans, walk over you and leave. I ain't gonna do any of that.
Right.
I expect to bleed. I expect to be crawling out of the door. But I know this though. One of y'all niggas gonna remember my name by the time we done with this. That's what I know. Y'all gonna look at me and you'll be like, don't mess with him. That's what y'all gonna be like. This one right here, unless you strapped and ready to go, unless you willing to put it all on the line, and unless you willing to bleed, don't mess with him.
What's crazy is that I believe you, not just because I know you, but because like, I mean, first of all, you watching Cybertron, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, wait a minute. Then you say Hitmonlee, one of your favorite Pokemon, he's like, I can't use him, he's not viable. What do you mean viability? You care about that? Oh, excuse me. You gonna be some trouble for George.
Oh, we fought yesterday. We fought yesterday, which is random, like literally Pokemon we caught and just threw in the box. We caught them,
just went at it,
threw it in the box, and we fought. And the only reason why he beat me on 2 of those was because he has a better understanding of, because some of the Pokemon I've never seen. I'm like, what is this Pokemon's type? Like much less, okay,
that's
so you
really
got
all
static.
Yeah.
No problem. So I touched him, I got cool. All right, you got static. Now I got to remember that. You know what I mean? Those are the only reasons he would beat me. I didn't know about the cloister thing.
With the chain? What do you do? Shell smash?
Yeah, so he would shell smash, and then he had the icicle.
Icicle crash. Yeah.
Icicle
skill
crash.
link. That's what I was thinking.
And then he will always hit all 5 of his hits. I didn't know that about cloister. I was like, oh, this is a thing.
Yep.
No problem. Cool. Now remember, Lucario will speak to you now. And I will always be faster than you. Believe that. Cool. You got one
shell
shot
smash
at it?
if you want.
Boom! Shut up. You
over.
good? All right, cool. Now we're gonna run through everything else. And if it was rando Pokemon that we didn't train, I'm like, cool. Now it's really even. So my Houndoom is gonna talk to you now. What did you give this Houndoom? He knew Flamethrower when I got him. Flamethrower. He knew Play Rough when I got him. Boom. You know what I mean?
Oh, Houndoom can learn Play Rough? Oh damn, that's nice. I didn't even know that.
So no,
nice.
it's not a game. We in here. The team is doing it. So I feel you, Brian. I don't do competitive Pokemon either, but
you speaking the language though. You talking about some I don't do competitive. You doing it right now?
I need to make sure that the least amount of oogie boogie happens to me when I'm fighting you and George.
Okay.
Because George also has Emilio, and Emilio breathes Pokemon like you breathe Pokemon, and I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
So I start seeing all his jump. And he's like, Nick, you should breed your Pokemon like this, and you should do that. I'm like, okay, all right, no problem.
I used to beat up on him too, but he might beat my ass at this point. I'm gonna be honest, because he's still on that level, just playing games like that. Traz, so you guys didn't ask any questions, and that's okay because I asked it at the last minute. But I'm just gonna go through and read a few comments before we wrap up here. Trazzy said the way you guys are talking about this album reminds me of Georgia Smith for some reason, where the album didn't do what people expected because it just wasn't great. Did you listen to Georgia Smith's album that came out a few years ago?
I really didn't have a pull to do it.
I don't remember a lot from it. I remember the song Blue Lights. I remember I liked a few songs, but Trazzy, I agree with you that one didn't stick with me, to be honest. Okay, I shouldn't just type her name. I should type the name of the album because otherwise we'll be here all night. There it is, Lost and Found. I couldn't even remember the name of the album. That's sad right there. I liked a few songs off of it. Let me check the listing.
You know, you have Apple Music. You can always do that, right?
Yeah. I'm an old man. I don't know how to use my phone.
You know, you could have had it pulled up, right?
Hey man, leave me alone.
I'm just saying, you're doing all this.
Hey man, leave me alone.
See, look, all of this clicking.
Hey man, we here. We here.
Are we here? Okay, now we're here. You could have been pulled it up.
We here.
See, you call me old all the time, but you doing all of this right here.
Here.
You could have had that pulled up. Face recognition, boom. There's the album. It's all right though. We'll get you there.
I just got the phone.
It's okay. It's all right.
3 days ago.
It's all right.
Give me some time.
We'll get them there.
Give me some time.
We'll get them there.
I really don't remember much about this album. I'm looking right at the title. I remember, where did I go? I mean, that song was fine. I think I like Teenage Fantasy. I don't know. Anyway, I feel the same way. Yeah, it was kind of forgettable. I've been waiting on her next album because I've been hearing her on some I'm a Piano that had me like, hold up, that shit fire. She really got me into that whole genre. I heard a song with her and this group called Guilty Beats. Have you been listening to I'm a Piano? It's a genre out of South Africa. Have I not told you about it yet?
No.
Okay, I got to put you on. My God. I know you've been listening to like Afro beats and stuff.
I've been listening to a lot of Afro beats lately, but on top of that, like older jazz, I need to still put you on Bobby Humphrey.
Yes,
I know
sir.
you have not listened to that yet. On top of that, Candy Drip just interrupted everything. Like Candy Drip and Black Radio 3 interrupted everything.
You already listened to Black Radio?
I own it at the crib. It's at the house right now.
Say
Physical
less.
copies.
Okay, don't tell me anything more about it. I want to listen. That's another one that's on my list that I want to listen to and review. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about Black Radio 2 and a couple of his other albums that he's been dropping, and then also
Your Feelings.
that performance. Do you remember the the article 2017 performance? I went back and listened to that episode a while back and just relived it in my head, and I was like, damn, yeah, that was bad.
You know
what was he thinking?
You know what redeemed him though for me?
What's that?
The exposure experiment that Esperanza Spalding did. Remember that where she would stream for 24 hours straight?
Oh yeah. Oh, he was there.
He was there.
Oh, nice.
And he did the song Heaven for Pennies is what he did. And that song, Heaven for Pennies, was absolutely fantastic. That's him on the pianos. And as they're crafting the song during the exposure thing, you see him just like, you literally see the genius moving through his head as he's constructing a lot of the piano parts for that track. Absolutely fantastic.
Have you been paying attention to what Esperanza Spalding's been up to lately?
Yes.
She like the formula stuff?
Yep.
Have you listened to him?
Yep.
Do you like it?
Nope.
I listened to the first movement and I liked what she was doing. Like she's it seems like she's trying to get into like music therapy, and that's very interesting to me. Because I think, you know, we talked about my philosophy and my values. I think music is more than just something you listen to. It's an entire experience. It holds memories. It can heal you. It's art. It's all kinds of different things. So it's cool to see her like not just. I mean, she won that Grammy and she's just been doing weird shit ever since. And
hey, look, and express yourself. Do you?
What
you
was it?
do?
What was it?
12 Little Spells.
Emily D plus Evolution. That was a weird album. I mean, we loved it.
Oh no!
Don't die on me. Yeah, that one, the Emily's De-Evolution was a little weird. 12 Little Spells was crazy. And
Spit
then
with that raw throat.
You good? You need a pat on the back?
I'm dying. Wait a minute.
We do it live.
I wish I could say it like that.
Okay. Let's not kill Nick today. Yeah, I just wanted to know if you had listened to those. I'd only listened to the first set. But I know she got more now.
12 Little Spells was pretty bad. Lord.
That's what happens when spit goes down the wrong pipe.
That's what happens when you talk shit about Esperanza Spalding.
Hey, look.
She got you.
Hey, look.
You know
it was worth it.
5.
Look, I love it too. Chamber music is at the crib. Radio Music Society is at the crib. Emily's D plus Evolution is at the crib.
Right.
Whatever. But like 12 Little Spells was just not it, man.
I feel you.
It just wasn't it. And neither was this formula thing that she was doing too. It was better than 12 Little Spells. I'll give her that. But
It was barely music, and it was like spread out ambience and like words. That's all I remember from it. But I'm gonna go back and listen to the whole thing.
You'll like her on
Trazzy
Black Radio 3 though.
Great.
You'll like her on that.
I'm very excited.
No doubt.
I heard the single with who was it? Music Soul Child and Killer Mike. Somebody I can't remember. Anyway, I like that. Trazzy asked, what songs got you so hyped for this Amber Mark album? Like, what made you eager to wait for years for this album? What if these are songs that are not on the album? What if
Thong Song?
Thong Song for Nick. There are some other songs off her EP with a name I can't pronounce, and I'm not gonna butcher it for my Portuguese listeners. I'm just going to search it. Yeah, search your Apple Music. Go ahead. That's like.
I mean, look, you had already got a big head start,
Okay.
which even still.
Do it.
Which EP?
Love
are
Me
you
Right
talking about?
is a good one. The 20, not the 2017. Where is it? Go back.
Well, it's here now. Whatever. Let's go with this.
This they don't have the track list though.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna pull it up on Spotify. Watch this. Again, y'all, it's the second episode.
You still on Spotify?
Let me work this out. I'm on both right now, but I'm getting ready to delete one. I'm
Let
a
it
part
be
of
Spotify.
Danny's family. Of course, it's gonna be Spotify.
There you go.
Fuck them.
There you go.
We haven't gotten into that whole conversation yet.
My man. So this one right here.
Yes, that one. The first song, which I cannot pronounce, "Love Me Right,"
Yep.
is a fucking jam. I mean, really, all of these songs are great. But though, like and there are a couple other singles that dropped that aren't even on that. I think Mixer. Anyway, just go back and listen to her old stuff. Yeah. What If was the song where I was like, that's the one, and you'll hear it and you'll play it 10 times in a row. I promise you. If you don't play it 10 times in a row, you have no soul. I play it every time I hear that song once. I have to play it 3 more times because it's just so good. The groove, it just comes in punching. Ugh. But if you like that song, you will like what she, and this is what I'm saying. Like, she can put together a song very well.
And the funny thing is, I didn't even know you liked Amber Mark. Like, I had already been put on the Amber Mark earlier on, and then I heard you bring up "What If." I was just like, wait. My man's likes Amber Mark.
I still be knowing. You know?
Okay.
I don't be talking about it a whole lot, but I still be knowing. You know what I'm saying? Master Millennium music, all that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Story said, Nick, don't become an aftershock yourself, man. Breathe.
Listen, I'm trying. I think Esperanza Spalding didn't like me making fun of her 2 albums, but dang.
How do y'all feel about the latest Griselda projects? Do you listen to anybody from Griselda?
I do not.
Okay. Like Benny the Butcher, West Side
Oh,
Gun?
well, okay. Wait. So let's actually backtrack that. So if we're talking about Benny the Butcher, and if we're talking about recently added, I have the new Benny the Butcher album, Time to Talk 4, is on here. And the
He had
track...
a pop-up shop somewhere in Atlanta, and I didn't even know about it.
And that...
Okay, Stove God Cooks.
Listen, that
Have
track...
you heard his album?
No, I have not.
You
Look,
will want to sell drugs.
I need to hear this. I need to hear this. Because after what is it,
OG
Johnny
Buck
P's
Nasty.
Caddy, that
right.
track,
All right.
that sampler,
know.
it's such a bop.
As soon as we get off of this
Okay.
podcast, I'm gonna play you Rolls Royce Brake Lights, and then you're gonna play the rest of that album. I promise you, it's gonna make you want to sell drugs. Not on some Pusha T shit, like on some. No, I'm talking. My Pyrex is dirty and it's about to break. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, it's very good. I haven't listened to answer your question. We got down a million rabbit holes. I haven't listened to any new Griselda albums in a while. I haven't. I know Conway just dropped something. Benny the Butcher just dropped Time to Talk. I haven't listened to it yet. I got to get back in my rap bag, to be honest. I've been, like I said, I'm in my R&B bag for the next few weeks, but I'm gonna get back into, because Griselda just nasty with it. You know, when they came on the scene a few years ago, or at least when I started paying attention to them a few years ago, I was like, oh shit. And then everybody else started taking notice, and then the music only kept getting better. And I was like, oh
I'm
shit.
not even gonna lie. The last, I think
but
the
Benny the
Griselda
Butcher is
thing
really
I
good.
had was here, and I think there's one track with 50 Cent. Yep, City on the Map. That's the thing that made me want to listen to it. So
yeah, no, Benny, but
I'll check
the
it.
Butcher coming, nigga. That ad lib is so crazy. Oh my god. Let's see. Question for both of you: have you gotten into any new genres / types of music you weren't into before that you haven't openly talked about yet? That's a really good question.
You go first.
That I haven't openly talked about. I mean, I talk about Amapiano all the time at this point. It's a South African like house, deep house type me, so I guess that doesn't count.
Too. You look cool.
I gotta get you. I gotta get you an arm so you can I can just sit back. I just
I was like, okay, I want
it's a good pose, Shout out Malcolm X. You feel me?
It's the details, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
it's
you.
the details.
I want to say city pop, but I talked about city pop all the time last year. I'm gonna think about it a little more. But those are the first two genres that come to mind. Like, I don't talk about them as often as, like, I don't talk about them in the way that I talk about R&B or hip hop or just like black music. So I guess that counts for me. But I'm gonna think of something else in the meantime to give you a better answer. What you think? Any genres you got into that you don't talk about a lot?
Dude, well, I talk about.
Do you talk about jazz a lot, like in public?
Well,
I feel like you don't.
I talk about it mainly with my friends.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it's one that I've really, really been putting my whole foot in lately. Jazz and Afrobeat. So a young lady by the name of Fave, she just released an EP called Rhythm 5, which has just been absolutely fantastic. Her lead single for it, I want to make sure that I'm saying the lead single right, because I think it's called Baby Rhythm. Yep, that's right. And then even the intro track, Obsessed, have been two of my favorite songs from this past year, and it's been absolutely wonderful. On top of that, a lot of funk, you know what I mean? And I mean like 70s funk, right? Like the origin of all of this. And I've never got a chance to check it out before, right? I've literally just been on. I probably need to hydrate, but I've never experienced it before. You see what I mean? Like, you hear it in passing, especially when you're with your parents or something.
I say that all the time.
Right.
It's like I was talking about that last week. How, like, sometimes you hear a song and you know the song, but like you only know that one song and you might not even know who it is, but you know the song.
Exactly.
And so now you get to like dive deep
into it. So
I get
a lot of the people that I really like right now, Bloodstone. Is a really great band. If you want to listen to their album Natural High, came out I think like 74, 75, something like that. Willie Hutch, anybody who knows the Mac or the movie Foxy Brown will know him. Really been enjoying him as well. On top of that, Bill Withers. I've really been into Bill Withers lately. Plus Adjustments.
Okay.
That album has been absolutely fantastic. The Jazz Kick, Bobby Hutcherson has been my dude. One I really want to call out though. I need to call her out. If you can hear me, everybody within the sound of my voice, Bobby Humphrey.
That's the one you told me
about. You
need Bobby with an I.
Hear her. You need to hear her. Her name is Bobby Humphrey. One more time. And the name of the album is called Blacks and Blues. I heard that album. And Jason, I was enamored. To give full context for anybody who probably doesn't know, I haven't really listened to metal none this year. Like, I just started getting back into that. Not the fact that I hate it, because I don't. I still absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But like, you know how it is when you get into a groove of something, and that's the only thing
you in that pocket for a while.
You want to hear.
For
that's
like
the only
6
thing
months.
you want to experience.
Yeah,
right?
I get you.
So It's been jazz. It's been R&B. It's been diving deep into like leaders of the new school, right? Or listening to all of KRS-One's catalog, right? Really delving deep into Rakim and things of that nature, like Craig Mack and stuff like that. Like, I am having so much fun being into that. So that's what I've been into.
Dope. There you go. Question: have you hydrated today, Nick? Not enough.
Clearly,
because he's dying.
Clearly.
And I think with that we'll go ahead and wrap for the day. If y'all are okay with that, go ahead and wrap another wonderful episode of your favorite music podcast, Jukebox 2. Nick, this was a blast.
Oh, it was fun.
I had a great time talking.
You
always, again, we gonna spend the next. Now I haven't spent a whole lot of time with my wife. I'm gonna play this song for you. We're gonna talk, and I'm gonna kick you out.
No. You have Apple Music now. You can just send it to me.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you.
You can just send it to me.
My guy. You gotta teach me how to use this.
I got you. See, now you got a big boy phone. I can teach you what's going on.
My big boy phone. Look at it. It's got 3 cameras on it.
I see. Oh, heck yes.
Yeah.
Let's go, bro.
And
in an outer box. Let's go.
Oh, you know me. I gotta protect that thing. You know
Heck
what I'm
yes.
saying? I got a screen protector on it, boy.
Let's go.
Play by my
Heck yes.
investments. Listen, I would like to thank you all for watching listening to another wonderful episode of Jukebox 2.
Yep.
I'm Jay Burritos, and I'm glad to be your host today. And I hope that you had a good time listening. Hope you enjoyed the conversation. My guy to the right of me on the camera is Nick Rattlehead, and he has his own channel, Aftershock Reviews, which you can subscribe to on YouTube. Please do. He would definitely be back. He's always in the chat. You can find me online everywhere at Jay Burritos. Everything that's Jay Burritos. You find me on Twitter. Find me on the Instagram. Find me. Actually, I'm on TikTok now. I don't have any talks yet because I don't know what the hell I'm called. I don't know what they're called.
Okay, cool.
But I'm on it.
Okay.
Somebody took Jay Burritos and it wasn't me. Whoever you are, fuck you. So I took a cue from other creators that have their names taken, and my name on TikTok is Jay Burrito Talks. So it's got a K in there. Jay Burrito Talks.
Okay.
That's the best I could do.
Okay, no problem.
So follow me there. And Twitch. Come on now.
I'm
What am I doing?
waiting for it.
I wasn't on schedule last week because we were celebrating birthdays and I'm trying to get my birthday stuff together. But this week I should be good to stream Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I'm taking Friday off for my birthday, and the Mario Kart tracks are coming out. So we will definitely be playing those all day on Friday.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to everybody who joined me here live. Thank you all in the audience. Trazzy, Brian, Young Soul Brother. I wanted to call him a different name. Story, Aquila. I appreciate y'all for being here. Chords, Buffalo Staple, Rail. I see y'all. Public Enemy B. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you, and I will join. Nope. You will join me. I'm new to this.
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
You will join me next week for another episode.
Can I just do one thing before you go? I want to shout out one person. My man's with the master plan, 100 grand. Only you, me, and God knows how much I love this guy, man. Tell him one more time what's your name. Matt the Graph. I love you, Matt. I love you,
Hey, yo,
dude.
we love you, my guy.
Love you. Last thing, I need. Down with these niggas, I don't let these niggas, I dust off these niggas, do it for fun, don't mean it. I needed it for whole time's sake. I needed it for whole time's sake. I'm good now.
All right, y'all. Love you. Catch you next week.